Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic, Serena Williams, and Roger Federer. These legends are the greatest of all time in the world of tennis. With their massive success in the sports, not only they've dominated the tennis courts with their forehands and backhands, but also they've curated watch collections that blend athletic grit with horological swagger. Rafa serves with his RMs, Djokovic plays it safe with his Hublots, while Serena smashes with her APs. But nobody flexes Rolex watches better than Roger Federer. Being on the pro circuit for 24 epic years, Federer racks up 20 Grand Slam titles, including a record 8 at Wimbledon, 103 singles trophies, spending a jaw-dropping 310 weeks as world's number one.
Oh, baby! How good was that point?
Consequently, the Swiss legend became the 7th billionaire athlete ever, with a net worth hitting over $1.1 billion, largely thanks to his savvy stake in the Swiss running shoe brand On. But before all that, he was Rolex's Golden Boy ambassador, back when the world's most iconic watch brand slid into his DMs in 2001. Since then, not only he's been stashing millions of dollars a year, but also he's been wearing all sorts of crazy Rolex timepieces, from classics to off-catalogs to vintages. His professional record is definitely undisputed, and for every triumph, there's an equivalent timeless prize on his wrist. A Rolex timepiece collection that is as unmatched as his tennis winnings, and is certainly in keeping with his elite status.
Can I take that for you, Mr. Federer?
No thanks, I got it.
Let's start with his most prized watches. In a collector's world where vintage Daytonas fetch auction hammers 6 figures, Federer's Rolex Daytona Big Red stands as his understated nod to authenticity, a counterpoint to the blingy customs he'll unveil later. Crafted in stainless steel with a black acrylic bezel, this timepiece is a relic of the past, made famous by an iconic American actor, Paul Newman. Why Big Red? This watch was introduced in the 1960s and easily recognizable for its bold red Daytona lettering. At the time, the dials with contrasting subdials were not well received, with most buyers favoring the more traditional Daytona style. As a result of the weak demand, Rolex produced only a relatively small number of Daytonas with exotic dials. Only a small percentage of those survive in excellent condition today, and this rarity is what fueled this relic Daytona's premium status in later years. Paul Newman's watch, or what collectors call the Paul Newman Daytona, was sold in an auction in 2017 for a jaw-dropping $17.8 million. Crazy, right? Roger's timepiece might not hit that figure, and you might be able to snag one for $200,000, but there's very slim chance, if not impossible, that you can get your hands on such a beautiful, ultra-rare piece. Unless, of course, Roger sells his, but his wife gifted it to him for his 30th birthday, so good luck.
This is a vintage watch, a Daytona back from 81, which is my birth year, and I got it from my wife. A lot of help from Rolex trying to find it, and they gave it to me for my 30th birthday last year.
Next is a piece that's as rare and resilient as Federer's career longevity, a pure elegance engineered for the 50th anniversary of the Daytona back in 2013. The Rolex Cosmograph Daytona, the beast affectionately dubbed the Platona for its all-platinum swagger. This 40mm chronograph isn't your everyday speed demon. It's got that hypnotic ice blue dial, paired with a chestnut brown ceramic bezel, like a frozen lake meeting a warm espresso. Powered by Rolex's in-house Caliber 4130, it's got the precision to time your sprints down to the millisecond, all while lounging in a hefty platinum case. Retailing around $77,000, but can cost you over $120,000 on secondary markets. Although, unlike Rafael Nadal, Federer doesn't wear his watches during a match, but he doesn't miss showcasing his Rolexes post-match.
You've got to be kidding me! What a point!
Imagine explaining to your pals that your watch is leopard-inspired, because that's exactly what's on Federer's wrist at Wimbledon 2022. Unfortunately, he wasn't there to compete due to a knee surgery, but he appeared as one of the former champions commemorating the 100th anniversary of Wimbledon.
Oh, check this out. Gets caught in between and oh so cool.
His leopard Daytona, better known as the Orange Sapphire, is a 40mm yellow gold stunner with a sleek black sunburst dial that catches light like a stealthy panther, crowned by a bezel exploding with 36 baguette-cut orange sapphires that glow like embers in the Savannah sunset. This beast has got that 72-hour power reserve and 100-meter water resistance, and is fitting for someone like the tennis legend when he's on court, as predatory as a leopard.
Oh, incredible! How has he pulled that off?
And if that hasn't dazzled you enough, his recent appearance in the 2025 Laver Cup at San Francisco's Chase Center will certainly catch your attention. One thing that we can safely assume about the Swiss tennis player is that he loves his Daytonas. Federer has got everyone turning their heads on a horological unicorn that's on his wrist. A Rolex Daytona Blue Sapphire, a stealthy, off-catalog masterpiece that's more myth than merchandise. This 40mm stunner in 18-karat white gold is a beauty. It's got a natural silver obsidian dial, framed by a bezel blazing with 36 baguette-cut blue sapphires that pop like Federer's aces under the lights. Throw in 54 brilliant-cut diamonds hugging the mid-case and lugs, plus 11 luminous blue sapphire hour markers. Because why not turn time into treasure, right?
A big-time play on a big-time point from Roger.
And you've got a fusion of Rolex's precision engineering with outright jewelry bling, all on a classic Oyster bracelet. Federer debuted this bad boy at the opening night gala, but the real showstopper? Handing it over to a wide-eyed Alcaraz for a close-up admire session, captured in a viral clip that's got the internet buzzing. Roger's casually flexing a piece estimated to be a $1.5 million holy grail, because Rolex doesn't even list it for plebs like us. Alcaraz himself is wearing a Tiffany Daytona and probably thinks of himself cool until Roger Federer steals the spotlight.
Can you give me any tips, anything you can talk about?
No, it's all talent, that don't work. I just sit on the couch.
Rolex watches command exclusivity, not only to those who can afford them, but also to specific users, like yacht owners. Federer is no owner of a yacht, at least nothing that's been publicly documented, but amongst other celebrities, such as David Beckham, Mark Wahlberg, and Bruce Willis, he commands the seas with a Rolex Yacht-Master II. This regatta chronograph is a nautical powerhouse crafted in 18-karat white gold with a 44mm case. It's got Rolex's innovative ring command bezels syncing with the crown for a programmable countdown timer from 1 to 10 minutes. It's perfect for yacht race starts. But why not bring some nautical flair to the dirt, right? With a 72-hour power reserve, 100-meter water resistance, and a crisp white dial framed by a blue Cerachrome bezel that pops like the Mediterranean, he was spotted wearing this Yacht-Master during that triumphant 2009 French Open final at Roland Garros. Retailing almost 50 grand today, it's the ultimate symbol of conquering uncharted waters on your wrist. However, the day that Federer announced his retirement is the day that will forever have a mark in the history of tennis. The 20-time Grand Slam champion suffered a knee injury which had been troubling him for some time, so he chose the most difficult, yet an inevitable choice in his life by far. That is, to retire. The official announcement posted through an Instagram reel was bittersweet, but it's not short of elegance. His wrist is wrapped in 18-karat white gold Rolex Meteorite Daytona, a 40mm chronograph masterpiece with a sleek black meteorite dial, sliced from an actual Muonionaluster meteorite, over 4.5 billion years old, with Widmanstätten patterns swirling like stardust.
Rolex bought a meteor that landed on Earth in 1838, and when they bought this, they said, you know what, let's get creative. Let's make some watch dials out of this.
It's a stellar send-off that's as timeless as it's a cosmic stunner. This watch, born in the stars, is powered by an automatic movement with a 72-hour power reserve, fitting for a superstar like Roger Federer. The timepiece retails around $35,000 back then, but because of the iconic retirement of the legend, this now sells over $100,000 through the secondary market. If there's anything Federer is loving today more than his trophies, is his retirement. And it's been treating him well. After his retirement, Rolex has never severed ties with the tennis legend. If anything, their relationship is even stronger than ever. So strong that Rolex chose Roger to drop a secret off-catalog bombshell in 2024, the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona Le Mans. This 40mm chronograph beast in 18-karat yellow gold nods to the 100th anniversary of the 24 Hours of Le Mans race. With a black Cerachrome bezel etched in yellow gold tachometer, complete with a red 100 for that endurance kick, a crisp white dial with black subdials for that panda-eyed contrast, and a see-through sapphire caseback revealing the upgraded caliber movement. There's no official retail tag since it's VIP only, but whispers peg it north of $50,000, with grey market flips hitting $300,000. This proves that retirement's just a code for a wrist game upgrade.
You thought you had something going, right? That you were one of those, like with Lendl, that made us generation work hard. Not with me anyway. I didn't get inspired. No.
Amidst his million-dollar Daytonas, the tennis superstar also likes displaying relatively humble entry-level gems like his Oyster Perpetuals and Day Dates. But they're not just entry-level, they're special and rare with unusual configurations, like the GMT-Master II Sprite, or what others call the Lefty. This timepiece has got collectors doing a double take with its lefty crown and that fizzy green and black bezel evoking a lime soda straight from the 80s arcade, tracking 3 time zones like it's no big deal. With price hovering around $11,000, it's the first left-handed watch that Rolex has ever made, with the crown and date window cheekily parked on the left side for southpaws. While it's meant to be worn on the right wrist, the tennis superstar debuted it at the F1 paddock, wearing it on the wrong wrist, as many people would say. But who knows, maybe Roger is ambidextrous, right? At least the legend got it right when he lifted his trophy at the 2017 Australian Open final ceremony after winning his 18th Grand Slam. The Rolex GMT-Master II Batman is no lefty, but it's stealthy because of its shadowy black and blue Cerachrome bezel evoking Gotham Knights. It's reminiscent of the movie The Dark Knight.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Born in 2013 as Rolex's first ceramic bezel GMT, the 40mm Oyster Steel powerhouse tracks dual time zones with its caliber 3186 automatic movement and 50-hour power reserve. This bad boy is slightly more affordable than the Lefty at about $10,000, but double the price at the grey market. Its blue-black gradient bezel reminds us that mastery isn't always flashy. Sometimes it's the quiet utility in the dark, blending precision with a hint of mystery. However, there's a reason why the tennis balls are yellow. It's because they're highly visible even at broad daylight or on TV screens at home. That's exactly why his yellow dial OP is hard to miss when he wore it at the Wimbledon 2021 presser. These stainless steel beauties have automatic movement with a 70-hour power reserve, 100-meter water resistance, and that smooth Oyster bracelet. The green dials are cheaper than the yellow ones despite having the same specs, priced just over $6,000. Why? Well, the green dials are still in circulation, whereas the yellow ones are not. Hence, they're super rare. If Rolex didn't discontinue the yellow, red, and turquoise dials, it would have only cost you $6,000 to about $13,000. But since these OP models have become scarce, they would retail for more or less $20,000 on the secondary market. That's if you're lucky enough to find one. Roger Federer has proven himself to be the king of Rolex with his unmatched watch collection. Even after his retirement, the watch brand still chooses him to launch new models, consequently increasing the value of the watches he wears. With the tennis legend's achievements in and out of the court, he embodies Rolex's mantra of perpetual excellence.